like owls, right?
Kids
I'm
love owls.
I'm editing this under the assumption that they do. And it's
Yeah, kids absolutely love owls.
okay. Well, I'm
I
I'm gonna take that one to the bank.
I can I can I can actually back this up with fact. I So there was the International Owl Convention.
Yes.
I forget the exact name of it, but it was like the International Festival of Owls that was going
Hmm.
on about 30 minutes away from where I live. And it was right when the owl hack was in vogue, so
Right, right.
it was just fortuitous timing. Anyway, it took place in an elementary school in like Houston, Minnesota, and kids loved owls. Oh my god, all of the kids loved the owls. It was great. But like all of the kids had like made their own little owl paper plate faces and
Oh, excellent.
like absolutely loved the owls and wanted to see the owls.
Kids also like falling skeletons that murder them, right? I'm gonna operate under that assumption too.
Hmm. You know, I can't back that one off
Oh, oh,
up with
you'll
my
love it. Let
own.
me tell you.
Like,
Okay, that
I
screen is
personally
now perfect.
haven't like been to the International Convention of Skeletons. I don't. Does
Oh
that
man,
happen?
I think I have to invent that.
That needs to happen.
That has to be real.
But yeah, you're operating under the assumption that kids love that. Okay, okay,
Oh, yeah, the falling skeletons. Oh yeah, no, it went over really well last time, so I'm just gonna keep going.
okay.
Anyway, we're back to back out of fake magic
Back
and
out of fake
into
magic and into pseudo fake magic.
differently fake, but still definitely not real magic.
Okay. First thing I am looking at is it Guildgate, Celestia Guildgate, Gruul Signet, Rakdos Signet, Celestia Signet, and a Cluestone. Good to know.
Witchmaw Nephilim.
Yeah, yeah. Also, Witch Mon Nephilim. Yeah. Also, hide and seek.
Ugh.
This like sideboard card of all sideboard cards.
Oh man, I remember when Seek made it into Vintage shortly after its printing, just to steal the one Dark Steel Colossus that was in the opponent's deck as their only win condition.
Yeah. Bright Flame. Bright Flame is another of our
Hey,
rares.
that's
Sire of
from.
Insanity.
I love Streetbreaker Worm.
So do
He's
I.
a he's a good man.
What other?
Putrefy is really good.
I'm starting to like this setup,
Yeah.
like the Jund color
Uh,
stuff. Let me
Jund Jund is gruel.
let me sort by rarity to find the other two rares. Desecration Demon.
Hey, he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Gyre Sage. That's a Squire with Evolve.
Yeah, that's good. It's not like exciting good. It's just
And
good.
bonus! A foil Pyrewild Shaman.
Hmm.
Not bad. Like, actually pretty good. Yo, so I'm actually liking our, what is this? Jund colored stuff here.
Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
Let's take a look. Okay, let me sort this back by color and then black, green, red. Okay. So we got Plagued Rusulka. Ooh, this is one of the better ones.
Hmm.
Again, a creature that worked a lot better under old combat damage rules.
Oh yeah, but I
But
mean, there was still a lot of saprolings running around in the set.
yeah.
So you'd be like, oh,
Grim Roustabout, you're playable. Night Creep, not so much.
whoa, Night Creep.
Night Creep.
Good lord, what
Uh,
a bizarre card.
Delirium Skeins.
Yeah, that's not doing it.
Ooh. Balustrade Spy, you're real.
He's pretty good.
The Turnkey.
Hey, Turnkey is
Turnkey,
fine.
yeah, Turnkey's fine.
Yeah.
Desecration Demon we already spoke about, and Assassin Strike.
Sometimes you just need a kill spell.
Down and Dirty. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do a check in blue and white. Don't worry about that. Thank you for noting it, though. I'm gonna put that in there tentatively. Putrefy, Sluiceway
You
Scorpion.
provided in the Scorpion just good.
Wow, even our signets. Gruul Signet, Rakdos Signet.
Oh, see, signets
Ooh.
are great.
We also have, okay, Madcap skills, yeah.
Hey,
Pyromatics.
Pyromatics is awesome. Yes, please.
Incite Hysteria.
No, 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 no.
Pyrowild
Get out.
Shaman, yes. Massive Raid.
Probably not. That's if we're reaching for removal, and I don't think we're there yet.
I actually like the Gatecrasher here.
Well, he's a hill giant,
Yeah.
and then he crashes their gate.
Also, here, the Rabble Rouser.
Let's try and not play him, actually.
Goblin Rally. Oh, that's fine.
Hey, that's great with the Plagued Rusalka.
Ooh, yeah. The Greater Forgeling. I think
Not
we
as
have better.
great as I remember.
I think we have better large creatures.
Yeah, especially once we start getting into multicolor.
Like Maze Rusher.
Hmm.
I'll put that in the tentative for now, or in the deck for now. Ripscale Predator, I'll also put that in there for now.
Yeah, depending on just how much beef we want.
Ooh, Ixbitter. This is a good pinger. Carnage Gladiator. Whoa, Twin Strike.
Oh, destroy those creatures.
Yeah.
Sure.
And then Sire.
I mean, usually it just destroys two creatures anyway.
Yep. And Sire we can get behind, especially with like weird, like Hellbent stuff.
Yeah, wow, he actually kind of works with our thing.
Streetbreaker Worm is in. Burning Tree Bloodscale. I don't.
He requires a lot of mana. Like he can work. It's just a lot needs to go right for him to
I'll
work.
throw him on pile tentative.
Yeah, because I think that Corrosive Monitor, for instance, is just better than him.
All right. Disciple of the Old Ways is definitely in. Gather of Graces.
Are we ever going to attach an aura to it?
Madcap skills.
Well, that's the dream.
That's the only aura, but
But mostly that's a squire, so I'm gonna say no.
yeah. Gyre Sage, Crawl Warrior.
Yeah.
I'll play Battering Crasis.
Battering Crasis, sure. He's easy to cast.
The Moss Dog.
Wasdog is awesome.
The Gruul Scrapper.
Not as awesome, but playable.
Ivy Lane Denizen. Definitely playable.
Yeah. I don't think we have the way to make him bonkers, but
I don't think the Sporeback Troll cuts it.
a 4-mana 2/2, eh?
Yeah.
Regenerate target creature with a +1/+1 counter on it. Thanks to our Ivy Lane Denizen. That's two combo tasks.
Yeah. Like, I'd rather have
So it
Corrosive
doesn't-
Monitor as far
yeah, like a lot.
as... Also, Centaur Safeguard is playable here.
He comes into, and we could even play Shielding Plaques if we,
Really
for
wanted
some reason, wanted Shielding Plaques.
it. Okay, wow,
Good
this is 33
Lord.
cards. Okay, I am going to quick, because I've got the time, I'm going to go ahead and pull up white and blue and just see what they have in there. Giga Drowse. Mark of Eviction is a hell of a dumb card. If you've ever played against that thing. Metropolis Sprite, Runner's Bane, Infiltrator's Mage Mark.
Hey, we finally opened a Mage Mark.
Yeah. It's the, it's almost unblockable. Tower Drake, Graft Mage. I don't like our blue. And then Benediction of Moons, Swift Justice, Valor Made Real.
No, get out of here. Go away. Hey, now Karam.
Karam.
Karam can be disgusting.
Karam is one of these tricks that's so small and innocuous, but in the right instance...
When it works, it really works.
I feel like you don't respect blue-white.
Well,
I feel like this pool is not one for blue-white.
blue white is just fine. You need like skies. What's it called? The like flying bear that has protection from enchantments. Azorius something.
That may in
I
fact be something that is true, but it is also a truth that in this, like, yes, I do enjoy playing Gruul at almost every turn, but at the same point, like this pool isn't blue-white. Like, even forcing it, I wouldn't be happy with this. We have nothing in Azorius, no flyers, nothing but like a rest to pull it. Pull it.
Yeah, let's just toss that to the side.
Let me
We
quick.
also don't really need to play Petra Hydrox, which I'm happy about.
Looking at the where's the colorless pile of cards? Here it is. Celestia Guildgate. Is it Guildgate? Okay, so neither of the Guildgates are useful to us.
Yeah, I want to play both our signets. Signets are good, and these are in our colors. That's a bloody sign.
Yeah. On the one hand, President Arc, I know that I have drafted Azorius in the past, and especially the one I can think of was one where we ended up in Azorius after like a weird couple of swerves in the first two packs, and the third pack just kind of
Yeah, and we opened up like Liev Sky Knight, and we got the rescue something.
But I also accept that I actually do undervalue blue-white in the formats that I've been drafting, like specifically in Return to Rav block. I don't like picking guilds specifically out of Return to Rav as far as my base. It takes way too long to find out if you've lost. Like, if you pick like Orzhov and it's not there, you can shuffle around. If you pick Izzet or Azorius and it's not there, it feels really bad.
Mm.
All right. Anyway, we have a large pile of cards and a lot to remove because we have 33. Let's go ahead and remove the first like easy ones. I don't think down
No,
in 30
no, yeah, let's get that out of here.
Burning Tree, Blood Scale.
Probably an easy cut at this point.
Yeah. Also on that note, I've fell out of love with blue-white skies in M14 Limited, mostly because white is generally a lot less powerful than like just pairing blue up with like black or blue up with green. Turnkey's really good. I think our 4 is going to be really stacked, and that's where we're going to have to make the most removes.
Yeah, well, you get to have the curve that you want, really.
Wow, look at this.
Whatever curve you want. See, it's okay to have a lot of 4s if you have a couple signets. I think that...
I feel like we're
true as
probably over on it, though, especially at 31.
Yeah.
I'm also going to take out some of these 6s. Ripscale Predator. Yeah, not a lot of multicolored creatures in here. The big thing with Maze Rusher is I just respect it as a creature. I think Greater Moss Dog can actually come on out.
Ugh, my heart.
Well, like,
He's a creature every time you need a creature.
but
It's so good. I know. Get him out of here.
mostly because on 4, I think the Scrapper's probably going as well, not...
Okay. that makes me feel better about Greater Moss Dog getting cut.
I mean, they were both... I think they were both getting out. Like, yeah, I'd actually rather have Moss Dog than Scrapper, but in this instance, like, Ogre Gatecrasher is better, and Corrodes the Monitor, things like that, are a lot more useful. Other cards that can come out. How much work can our Denzin do here?
Well, if you put the Moss Dog in for the Gatecrasher, it can do more work.
That's fair.
And then take out things like Plague Drusulka.
I think I like Plagued Rusalka in this deck.
Well, let's pair her to Goblin Rally then.
Okay.
If you can play Goblin Rally and Plagued Rusalka, then you can play Goblin Rally and Plagued Rusalka.
Yes.
Weird as that sounds to say.
Words. Signets are good. Probably something like our weakest of our early drops, which I think is just Grim Roustabout.
He will roust no more. Get thee gone. What's that double black card? I don't remember having a double black card. Oh, right, the Desecration Demon.
Too
Mo-
big to...
Yeah, moving on.
And the other one's
Yeah,
Assassin Strike, which
right.
is our only...
So the demon might go in the 5-drop pile, for instance, and
Yeah.
that's starting to look fine. Yeah, you know.
Do I want the Carnage Gladiator in here?
Ever a creature blocks.
Am I aggressive enough for this? I always feel like I'm not. Like, I can't... Like, I like being Gruul, but I can't feel Gruul enough. To play that. Ugh. Yeah, no, I need to make cuts. I'm fine making that cut. On that note, Maze Rusher is starting to look worse and worse.
Yeah. I mean, considering we have like Desecration Demon there.
Oh, like we're not hard up for
Yeah.
big dudes. 2 more cuts. Anything stick out to you as just off in here?
Martyr Drusulka and Goblin Rally. There you go. There's your cuts.
Oh no.
But I mean, really, with Goblin Rally, the Rusalka is the only thing that we have that really goes with it. Like Goblin Rally is supposed to be for one of those spell decks where you get some of the like team pump spells.
That's fair.
You can just crush them away.
We have no way of pumping those goblins.
Not at all. And the Plagued Rusalka would be a sack outlet for their auras.
Man, everybody really not liking the Ivy Lane Dungeon.
What? Come on. Just
4,
being a
5,
4-mana
6,
2/3 is
7.
alright.
I count 8 other green creatures in the deck.
And they all get bigger. The Denizen is good. You're gonna have to.
I think I can feel with you on the getting rid of Plague Rusalka and.
And you know, she comes right back in for our worst specific creature in the matchup when we start needing enchant removal.
Yeah.
Or a removal. She
Okay.
also requires a heavy black commitment. Now, I do like the card. And I certainly liked it back when Ravnica was in Standard and there was a black-white deck that could use Promise of Bunrai to make tons of tokens and then Plagued Rusalka to murder anything. The original
Yeah.
Ghost Council as the biggest creature on the planet, weighing in at 4-mana 4/4. It was also unkillable and could do crazy tricks in combat. And
1 second, be right back.
Audacity of Gruul. Yeah, I guess if we wanted Ivy Lane Denizen to trigger all the time, we would force Simic or some nonsense.
Right, like our Simic is actually like cool cards. The Assault Template, the Drakewing Krasis, the Beetleform Mage.
Yeah, they're pretty good, but they're not good enough to stand alone. And if you're really concerned about Ivy Lane Denizen triggers, you could put Greater Moss Dog in for the Ogre Gatecrasher.
You really want the Moss Dog, yeah?
I grew up on Golgari, so I have a soft spot for him. I recognize they're powerful defenders, though. So
Right. The big thing is, like, with the combination of the 2 sets, this Gatecrasher gets a lot better.
He can destroy that other ogre.
Yeah, get out of here.
Hmm.
Okay, I like this. I'm gonna go with this, and I'm gonna quick
Yep.
count. Looks like green is the slightly heavier one.
Yeah, let's see what our colors look like. It is slighter than before, though.
I think it's something like 665
I'm more comfortable with that
with
than with like 755.
with red getting the shaft just because we have double black spells. Also, both of our signets tap for red.
Hmm. All right, so be content to pyromatics for like 2.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
this is just gonna be like killing off little guys, and there's no. The Suggestatron wants a plains over that fifth mountain.
Suggestatron, Centaur Safeguard does not need a planes. Stop it.
Look, that card will work just fine without one.
I know that there's a white mana symbol in the pool that does not necessitate 1 planes. Honestly, if they made that algorithm stupider, it would be better.
Right? uh, I guess one of these days I'm going to need to draft Azorius to prove to President Arc that I can totally draft Azorius and I'm not bullshitting.
Hmm. I
I feel
think
we've done it.
forcing, yeah, we've done it, but forcing it would not be the best.
I think I'd just get owned if I forced it.
Yeah.
It needs to come naturally.
Like, forcing is rarely good enough. Like, the thing that you're forcing has to be really deep, or you have to, like, luck out that no one else is trying to do what you're
I mean,
doing.
there are formats where forcing works. Like, it's rare. For instance, I bring up Avacyn Restored. Forcing green-blue almost always works because there are so many green-blue cards.
Because those are just the 2 deepest colors in Avacyn Restored.
Yeah.
Even
Like-
if you're fighting, like, 2 other drafters for it. It's like,
Yeah. And yeah, Shadowmoor's another one. Because of the hybrid cards, you actually have a greater quantity of cards in the color you're looking for. So if you're trying to find something, you don't get pushed out as easily.
yeah.
Yeah. No, I will at some point. I'll let you know if it comes down.
At the very least, we can all agree that today is not the day to force our pool here to be Azorius.
Yeah. Oof, I would just not. I would not like that today, especially
No.
with this search warrant being search warrant and not traumatic rescue. Also, I'm actually really happy that our fixing kind of follows here. I mean, yeah, we don't have as much fixing as like we could have.
Yeah, we're like a guild gate away from being really happy about this, and it sucks to not be able to use the bright flame. God.
That is so committed though.
Oh yeah.
Like you are in.
You spent 5 mana before it deals 1 damage to anything, too.
Yeah. Which Nephilim? Funnily enough, the Nephilims are all like okay if you can actually cast them.
Yeah.
But
I have a soft spot for Glint Eye Nephilim.
is that the one that
That's the one that lacks white.
I was to say and
it,
copies?
it Ophidians.
Oh, it Ophidians.
No,
you can
Ink
discard
Shredder-
a card.
Right, and you can discard to pump it.
So, yeah, for the rundown,
So-
we have Witch Maw here, which when it is like a Korean Dryad of sorts. Whenever you cast a spell, you put 2 counters on it. Dryad's only 1. There's Your Tiller Nephilim, which picks up a creature.
That reanimates something attacking,
yeah.
which can make defenders attack, and that's kind of wonky.
There's also let's see. There's Glint Eye, the one you were speaking of, which is an Ophidian that you can discard cards to put +1/+1 counters on.
It's temporary pump.
Oh, it is temporary. Okay.
Yeah, but you draw cards equal to the damage.
Okay, so you can cycle your entire hand if
Yeah.
need be. Then there's Ink Shredder,
Ink Treader is the copy artist
which,
that
if anything, targets
lacks
it.
black.
It targets everything, and then the last one makes sand tokens.
Yes, Dune Brood Nephilim.
Which is a callback to Hazim
Hazezon Tamar.
Yeah,
Why do I know all about Hazezon Tamar?
I have one of him. I use as a EDH general.
Maybe that's the reason.
I haven't played him yet because I haven't built him on Cockatrice, but
Hazezon Tamar likes to do board sweepers and likes to be killed.
Yep, he likes to die before his team comes out.
Oh yeah, that's the trap. You can very easily get people to fall into the trap. I like this hand a lot.
I like this hand. We have two really strong options to go with.
Yeah.
Like, I could go turn 2 Crawl Warrior, turn 3 roll in on the Crawl Warrior, and then back it up with Putrefy.
This is a keep. Yes.
Yeah. This is a quick hand. Our opponent mulliganed to 6. So I'm going to go ahead and Madcap skills this Crawl Warrior.
Oh man, I didn't even see the Madcap skills.
Yeah. As I said, like, I get to play a very strong opener today.
I just saw, like, Forest, Mountain, Rakdos Signet. I'm like, yes, let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, but we also have two of our best... We have our best removal spells as well, like...
That's almost scary. Like, what happens when we lose with this hand?
Oh, God. You know what the best part of next turn is? You'll see it. I get to cast both things.
Oh!
Because signets are really, really ridiculous.
Signets are great.
Alright, here we go. We are Gruul today.
Yes! Crushings. Now, come up with 2 creatures that don't die to putrefy.
Honestly, signets are a little too good.
They really are. They made it into standard pretty easily.
Like,
almost every control deck was running like a panoply of signets and doing like weird signet math.
They fixed 2 colors without you even needing one of them. Like this Rakdos signet I can cast without having a mountain or a swamp around. Like, I don't need either. That's the real power of it. So there were like control decks that played a bunch of Urza lands and signets for their colored mana. Yeah. It was insanity.
It's kind of gross. You could also have any number of signets in your deck.
Pretty much.
Because there were so many of them that the 4-of rule basically didn't apply. I'm glad that our opponent cast Wind Drake.
As am I. I didn't mention it because I didn't think it was relevant to what was going on.
Yes, that's a paddling. You want to throw down Kuros to monitor too?
Absolutely.
Because it's not like he can block that profitably either.
But yeah, they just fix colors that you don't have so efficiently. They also ramp, like, as good as any green spell in Magic does. Like, 2 to 4. Like, that's one of their other, like, kind of secret powers, is that they just ignore the fact that you need to play green to ramp.
Oh man, Ghost Quarter.
Whoa.
What is that doing there? I guess to bonk Karus? That's not bad.
That's okay. Yeah, bonking Karos with that is a fine play. There's no real other big. Like, this isn't Innistrad where I could have, like, Gavany Township or something like that.
Right. You definitely wanted that at Innistrad more. Kessig Wolfrun, too.
Yeah, like, in here it would be, like, Kessig Wolfrun or...
Still probably really greedy of our opponent.
Alright, so... Now...
He thinks he's gonna block.
Second verse, same as the first.
Oh, no. His 3-mana Windrake and his 4-mana Windrake.
I'm removing one of them.
Yeah.
Does
it matter?
I'm trying to think if it does. He now needs to come up with 2 creatures again? Because he needs to block both Corrose the Monitor and Crawl Warrior?
It's true.
Also, a black mana source from us is Assassin Strike. His...
I mean, it's really got to be something like Faith's Fetters here.
I was going to say, one of the other great things about this format that I always loved being on the back end of, or on the end playing it, was that Faith's Fetters can get you out of a lot of situations you shouldn't be able to. Like right here, Faith's Fetters puts him back up to 6 and removes my biggest threat. Like, it's not good, but it puts him back in a livable position.
It means that he doesn't even have to chump block.
Correct.
Like, that's how much of a swing it is.
Faith's Fetters is... It's such a powerful card.
It is a real freaking card.
I really don't understand why it hasn't seen a reprint, because it's so good.
Well, because it's too good. They don't want removal to be that good anymore.
Well, I guess
it also deals with planeswalkers, and they want their planeswalkers to be undeal-withable because they're assholes.
Okay, well, Abyss Hunted, this costs 6 real tickets or 10 phantom tickets.
Sad that we can't just plunk down the Sire and take the game.
I mean, I'm going to swing in, and I have a Sluiceway Scorpion as a play in case of his trick here. Okay, here's his trick. Wow, his trick is double block chump block. See, it's very strange, because I sat there thinking... I know his board is a bunch of Return to Rav cards, but I was sitting there thinking what, like, Ravnica proper card trick he was going to play.
Oh, he's gonna Karam on you!
Yeah, that's what I was like, is Karam getting out of this? Could he, like... No, we'll vacuum out the sorcery.
I think he's trying to figure out how to use Deputy Acquittals here to actually do something, but I think he's gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. I assume he's going to pass on the ability. Because he has to.
There we go. Okay.
So he's going to double block on... Yeah, there we go. Honestly, the order doesn't matter. So this clears his board again. And leaves us with a lethal attack, as well as another...
There's 2 lethal attacks. Yeah.
Yeah. And again, we have our 6 drops to back this up. Okay, good night, Genetic Scientist.
Good night, Genetic Scientist. Thank you for the good luck. We win!
We win. Cool. So, we know our opponent's playing Flyers, and he's very deep in the Flyers. He was playing the Millennium Gargoyle, which in 3-color tells me he's, like, quite in it. What are our real answers to that? I don't feel like we have anything on the board that...
Nah, but the more, like, 3/3s and 2/3s we can play, the better off we'll be.
Yeah. Also, Gatecrasher had a target. Good to see.
We did, yeah. I saw the Axebane Guardian there, and I guess he gets to stay in.
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to put Martyr Drusulka in, or Plague Drusulka. Sorry, Martyr Drusulka is the white one.
I think we just roll it back.
Let's ship this. Let's have an excellent opening hand again. And
God, that was really good.
Oh, it's so good. I think our opponent acknowledges that too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, that guy had a pretty good hand.
You want to just do the same thing again?
I'm happy with that.
I mean...
one of those forests needs to be a swamp so badly.
I know, right? God, wouldn't turn 3 Desecration Demon just feel like... He's like, yo, look at my Flyers, and we just show him up. There it is.
Oh, nasty.
All right. Let's be nasty.
No 2-drop for the raptor. Oh, all right. I guess he gets to cast Wind Drake.
Yeah.
So here we might actually have to leave our Crawl Warrior alive. If we're not going to have any other creatures. Well, I mean the demon,
The
sure.
demon, obviously. There's his Wind Drake.
Oop. Gets his Flying Squire.
Okay.
Yes. That is a good 2/2 flyer.
Yes, it is. Alright.
Okay. Little generous on the mana here. Come on.
Whatever. Let's get nuts.
Want to sack a dude? No? Good, because
Okay.
that would be kind of weird at this step.
Yeah.
Especially since at the beginning of the next combat, it still happens.
Also, he's... okay, another thing he isn't doing with Ghost Quarter, but that you have the option to, I haven't done it yet on stream, you can blow up your own land to mana fix.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
terrible, you feel awful.
Hey, it's sometimes advantageous.
Sometimes, but most... like, about 80% of the time when you do it, you feel like you're making a mistake.
Well, you can tap the land for mana and then blow it up, and you're sort of at parity on mana.
Alright, well, let's... I'm just gonna get in.
Yeah. I mean, jump blocking and sacking the guy to tap it is almost the same.
Or he'll just take 6.
Cool.
I'm gonna play out the Crawl Warrior.
We get to leave up Putrefy after doing that? That's disgusting.
I would like to
We're
know...
also going to be able to pump Crawl Warrior. That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, that makes it a lot better that, we haven't drawn a spell this game. But luckily, our opening 7 was really quite powerful.
Yeah. And our opponent is sitting on like 6 spells here.
Yeah. So I'd like to kill him quickly.
Hello.
Sacking a dude yet?
Buddy, you're getting crushed.
Moves.
Ah, good.
Alright. I'm perfectly willing. To use the Crawl Warrior.
Well, guess we had to spend our turn on that. Dealing 6 damage
Yeah.
to him and killing his guy.
That sucks. Had to spend our turn.
Yeah. We don't have a card in the graveyard yet. We win! That was gross.
Turn 3 Desecration Demon. Again, more reasons why Signets are extremely powerful.
Signets. Okay, well, since that ended so quickly, we're gonna have one of these situations where we have to fill the time by chit-chatting about absolutely anything at all.
Yeah. That was quick. That was... On the plus side, if I go ahead and pull up, want to go ahead and show this now while I've got the moment. If I go to collection and go to tickets, I have 6 phantom points. And that win will give me at least 4 from this event, which means I can continue to do these phantom events for free. So,
Hooray!
yay!
I'm glad that it is actually for free. And all
Yeah,
that.
I don't have to eat 2 real tickets. It is just straight.
That makes the fakeness of the whole thing more palatable.
Right, like
'Cause then you're just getting good competitive magic for very little cost.
yeah, the way it is now there's no there is no all of the fake events are self-contained. Nothing comes out of them. So, like, the only thing you can win is fake points, and you don't spend anything real to enter them once you have your fake points. Red, red, 1, double striker. 1-2, double striker. I take it that's a card from... Yeah, that's a common
Yeah,
from
yeah,
the new
that's the
set.
Cerberus. I think it's just two-headed Cerberus or something. But
I feel
I
like
think
that'll be really good and limited.
yeah, I think it's all right.
Like, there's a lot of bestow, and if you can go ahead and pump up your common double striker...
Also, I am being asked if I have played Dragon's Crown yet. I have not, but that's only because I don't. Every time I play a video game, you're watching me do it. Like really? No, but they printed Double Strike at common in Scars of Mirrodin.
It was called Assault Strobe.
Yeah.
It was also in common in Eventide called Double Cleave.
Yeah. I mean, yes, those are
Yeah, those aren't creatures.
Still, that's. I don't think that's that big a deal, frankly. Especially not on a 3-mana 1/2. I think that's an okay common.
I mean, I find it funny that in a place of 1 white mana, you're paying red and 1.
Right. I mean, that's also semi-justification for it being a common rather than
yeah.
common. And Boros Swiftblade was also rather good.
Yeah, it was. Double Strike's a really powerful thing. I mean...
You strike, and you strike again.
Yeah, you hit twice. But yeah, there's
Still waiting for the day when they errata all vanilla creatures and all other non-first striking creatures to simply have strike. Yes.
So they will finally break the petroglyphs. Sooner or later. There is Alara block double strikers. There's the Twin Claws, the Marisi Twin Claws. They were a 2/4 double striker that was really strong and limited.
It was like 4 mana for that.
Yeah, it was a 4
Oh,
mana.
that was that ugly like hybrid mana plus other.
Yeah, hybrid
mana
plus.
tip.
It was. I think
really
that
wish they
card
hadn't
was
done that.
green plus hybrid red white.
That's correct. It was green and a Boros and 2. All of those cards looked extremely ugly, and I'm not going to forgive them for a long time for that. Especially since I came up with a better way of doing it.
That set was very... That block was very strange to play in Limited. Because...
I have no understanding of it at all.
I
think that you're supposed to pick a lot of cycling cards so that you don't get completely screwed over on mana.
The way it worked, I played a lot of that Limited format. Like, a lot. In full block, Shards of Alara block draft, 13 of your 23 cards came from pack 3. Like, every single card in Alara Reborn was pretty much, at worst, extremely playable in Limited. Like, even your last pick was, like, better than most of your mid-round picks in the first 2 packs.
Man.
Like, so your first couple packs were more like setting up for that final pack. Like mana fixing or bombs that you pick in picks 1 or 2 or things like that. It was very strange. Good night, President Arc. Yeah, that was a format I just drafted a ton. And I kind of wonder how it would work nowadays in the reverse drafting, where you draft backwards through the block. Because then you would have pack 1 being all of your playable cards, and then packs 2 and 3 being like...
sort of like filler, mana
in the
fixing,
holes,
whatever.
Trying to fill it, because, like, dead serious, like, almost every card in Alara Reborn was like a playable limited card.
Jeez.
They were all gold, too, so you pretty much had to value mana fixing way too highly. Yeah. Signets.
Well, the way things are going, we had we had Ravnica, and then we had Alara, and then we came back to Ravnica. And we had like the two color. We focus on two colors. That's Ravnica, and Alara was three color shards. Clearly, we have to go to yet another plane, wherever the Nephilim are from, and we'll have the four color block.
Oh, I was going to say we have to go to the like Nega Alara, where instead of having the normal shards, we have the opposite shards.
Oh, right, right,
We
right.
haven't done that yet, so we have to hit
The
that
wedges.
first. Yeah, we have to hit the wedges before we go to
Okay.
the Nephilim stage.
Before we go to the Nephilim's realm.
Yeah. Well, because for one, there aren't like easy to remember names for the wedges yet. Magic,
Yeah.
they really want to
They
get
they
those
want to
down.
name everything so that there's a technical term for everything.
Wedges, pie wedge. Yeah, they really want to have like those names that stick to things. Like most of the Alara shards are pretty like stick pretty well.
Yeah. Although the wedges do have names, sort of.
They have names
They
from
have the
back in
battle-
Apocalypse.
Yeah, the Ana, Dega, Necra, something. What the other ones?
Yeah. The big problem
Rack.
with that is that they're all so similar. It's hard
Yeah.
to remember which is which.
Rekka, Ana, Dega, Necra,
Necrovolver, Rockavolver, Tagavolver.
Santa Maria. I don't know.
I don't
I
know.
can't get all five. Grump.
Mm. Setavolver. Thank you.
Seta.
Thank you, Medibot.
Yeah. They do have names, and they're all terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the reason that he says there's no design space in four color is that they've been bleeding all of the colors so much that even strong two color and three color combinations of things is hard to find. And once you get into four, you're just designing hard to cast artifacts.
Right, because at that point you are... The big thing with the Nephilim, I think, was supposed to be the design philosophy was that it was an ability that the off-color didn't have, but that wasn't true in a lot of the cases as well.
Right. And really, they only existed because, for whatever reason, one of the designers said, look, this is our one opportunity to print something in Magic that has never been done before. A four-color thing.
I
Let's
honestly...
make a cycle.
Honestly, I think, like, both myself and I'm fairly certain the Wizards developers have said this as well. If they could go back and redo Guild Pact, they would delete the Nephilim.
Yeah,
Because-
I'd believe that.
Because, like, they just were out of nowhere. They robbed 3 of the guilds of, like, a symmetrical card out of the, like,
Hmm.
set of rares and cards that they got at rare. Like, each of the guilds in Guild Pact lost a rare compared to the guilds in Dissension and in Ravnica proper. And they were just out of nowhere.
They were supposed to be really splashy, too, and
They failed at that. Because you set them in a set next to things like Angel of Despair. Literally, that's a card that's in the same set, and that's a lot more splashy. And like,
Oh, yeah.
boom, when this comes down. When this hits 88 miles an hour. This Debtor's Knell. You know. Also, they aren't legendary. Which is a common complaint I hear around the store. With people wanting to play them as EDH
as their
journals.
EDH channels, yeah.
Which, also at that point, I don't know why you're not playing 5-color, but... I guess because you want to play one of those as your general.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like, once you go from a 3-color to a 4-color mana base, you kind of have to play more, like, tap for any color mana abilities to be able to keep that up.
Oh, wait, no, I know the secret reason why there's no design space in four-color.
What is it?
Because 4 of those four-color combinations have red! So
Ah,
you'd have the your tiller that that gets to do everything because it has no red. And then
you figured it out.
I've gotten to the bottom. That is the bottom.
Oh man, Polaka Worm as an EDH general. Whoa,
Ha!
that's scary. Hmm. So what's the design space for the one that isn't red?
Oh, anything you want. Unlimited. Just this can do things that have it can do anything that has occurred in the game of Magic before and also anything that hasn't. Just
Hmm.
world's your oyster at that point.
Perfect.
How far away are we, do you think, from the next round?
I just went ahead and took a look. There's a couple games going. That's it, though.
Okay.
There is one person in game 3 and another one in game 2 and another one that's finished.
Well, good. We'll run them all over. Because they're taking too long. Like, you're making decisions. That requires thinking. Crush him!
Time. I'm much happier with this pile of cards, with this pool. It is very interesting. It has a bomb. That's good.
There's a couple.
Yeah.
I mean, Desecration Demon weighing in at a mere 4 mana. He can't be a bomb.
How about Sire of Insanity?
Sire of Insanity is big enough, though.
Man, Sire of Insanity is quite the buster to play against. Love that card. Really should build something with that for like standard. Just drop turn 4 Sire of Insanities. See what happens. So you feeling the withdrawal yet? From the cave?
I thought it would be worse than this. I managed to force myself to ignore it, though. Instead of diving into the cave, which I was set to do. I was. I did a little bit more work on the Grant hack.
Ah,
So
awesome.
I only have the last 2 levels to do before everything is touched and in a first draft kind of state.
I'm going to have to learn how to actually play Grant.
I don't know if that's the case. You'll see.
Well,
There are a couple of places
I mean, like,
I've at least made sure that every screen is doable, and my difficulty at the moment is kind of all over the place because I wasn't as careful as I could have been about steadily ramping that up or anything. But
right. Well, I mean, the big thing is, like, I still have trouble actually controlling Grant. Like
Oh,
getting
here's
to
the
stick to.
right. Here's the joke of it all. So am I. I still, after doing this hack and after all of the time that I've played with it, I'm still bad at it. And I'm just like, man, I just fall off places, and I've designed these unique challenges just for
Flop.
him, and I fail those. I fail the first level. Man,
I feel. How Kaz, how planned out is Arya? Do you mean the set Arya or
set
the
for the
block?
block, because the set is the single most well planned out I have ever done a set.
I was gonna say the set's in a I'd say alpha state. Like it's kind of past. It's like
Well, I mean, again, I think that we want to do a
like sweep.
last design sweep, and then do limited pointing for our blush development.
Yeah, that's one that's gonna be interesting to like kind of poke through with.
Yeah,
That's not an exercise I have much experience doing from like a card design standpoint.
well, at that level, you're you're more or less evaluating cards the way you do for limited sets, and that's really all there is to it. You assign them numbers, and then like one by one we assign all the numbers, and then I do some math
Yep.
and figure out what needs to go up and down
Like
to even out the numbers across the colors
colors.
and rarities within color.
Undersoul, yes. Yeah, like we. God, there's so many things in there I really like.
Yeah, sooner or later I'm gonna have to get that done and get it into cockatrice and all that. Maybe we could do some of that this week, eh?
That works for me. I've got
Okay.
some time for that.
That cancels yet another dungeon dive. That's something I need to slow down with a little.
Right. Well, I mean, if you burn yourself out on the dungeon dive,
Yeah. Well, of course, the next time I get back to it, I'll be like, oh crap, what the hell
what
was
am I
I
doing?
doing?
Oh God.
What are all of the facts about these monsters?
How deep am I?
Oh my god. I never keep track of what floor I'm on because I want to mash through the little box that pops up way too quickly.
The thing with I wonder if we could do like Fiesta dungeon diving next year.
Huh. Well,
Maybe like as bonus Fiesta next year. I don't know. That's way too far in the future.
well, the thing is, I've done the honorary fiesta by like just opening chests and taking the first four jobs that pop out.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas the Gilgabot controls it otherwise. So if like the Gilgabot
Hands
assigns
you?
something and then you're like 50 floors deep before you find the class.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. Logical says mostly block because I was wondering whether you had planned out your entire spate of gimmicks and plus color identities.
Well, I do have the gimmicks and color identities under wraps.
Yeah.
And I have some cards slotted for the next couple sets, and I sort of know where the story is going, like such as it is.
Oh man, are you going to put out some sort of supplementary material for it?
Yes.
Okay.
I am absolutely going to publish a perverted twine story set in the Aria universe.
Will it feature stairs prominently?
Oh, absolutely. Stairs are going to be the most dangerous of magics.
Okay.
There'll be a wizard who exclusively destroys stairs. He'll have this whole manor house where all of his minions and stuff have to climb around on poles because he refuses to have any stairs. It will be great.
Oh man.
I'm trying to figure out how to make it a twine story because that's all I can write, but that is okay. It'll be this wonderful. It'll be very me, I think. It'll put a little capstone on it. It will also be better than any schlock fantasy fiction that you read that's set in other magic universes and all that. Except maybe the Ravnica books. Because
I absolutely adore the first Ravnica book just because it's a buddy cop story. It's like a buddy cop mystery, and it's fantastic. And
did they introduce the imp Pivlik by that point?
Yes.
Okay, then
Pivlik-
that's good.
Pivlik is introduced at that point. He features pretty well in book one. I think one of the main characters has to go like chill and talk with him at one point. It's it's pretty cool. Those books. As compared to magic fiction these days, which is The Secretist Part 3.
Ugh. Man, what sold me on magic fiction being completely terrible is when they attempted to do webcomics for all their planeswalkers. And they basically played it straight. Like, this is a comic book about Magic the Gathering. And of course their illustration was like up to snuff because that's what they're good at.
Yeah.
But it was just so I bland, I guess.
Well, like it was exactly what you expected. Like, I am Garrick. I create
Roar.
beasts, and
And
I
it's
am a
like,
beast man.
and then Liliana shows up. And she's like, "I'm the Death Lady. I cast death on your beasts." That's an entire
That,
like
that's like a
several
three-part
pages.
comic.
Moreover, it descends at certain points into just complete schlock. I still remember that's the whole page where like right after for no reason they've performed this insane ritual to revive the Eldrazi,
Yep.
which Nicole Bolas had planned all along.
I can't
Like,
wait until
okay,
Theros' story involves Nicole Bolas wanted it the whole
for
time. It's gonna be
for
great.
for whatever reason, in order to release the Eldrazi,
Hmm.
you need 3 planeswalkers in the same place.
Exactly 3.
You need Ghostfire as cast by Ugin the Spirit Dragon.
Hmm.
And there was some other key ingredient having to do with rocks or I don't know. But
The Eye
anyway,
of Ugin. You needed to be at the Eye of Ugin.
oh, you needed to be right there in the rock.
In the rock.
You needed to be in the rock, have 3 sparks, and cast Ghostfire because there was like a spirit dragon and a rock man and someone else.
Soren was actually the third. I don't know why.
Because he's a bro.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like the 3 planeswalkers that sealed the Eldrazi were there was Ugin the Spirit Dragon, there was some rock dude, and Soren.
Right.
And that's why Soren chills on Zendikar.
Okay, and then so for no reason, okay, Chandra goes there because she's greedy and wants things, and heard that hey, treasure here, go get. All right, fine, whatever. That's a motive, and Jace is just chasing her for whatever reason.
Reasons.
No reason at all. Maybe his reasons are arcane and complex.
I think he wanted to steal back a scroll.
I think he wanted a boner, but anyway, he's chasing Chandra to this place. They get in a fight with Sarkon the Mad, who is there for absolutely no reason
He
at
is
all.
there because Nicol Bolas told him to be there.
Oh, go here. You can't even. He got past Ano on the Ruin Sage. He got past whatever. Oh, anyway, and they fight, and again for no reason, Jay says, "You have to use invisible fire." And Chandra's like, I could do that. Zorch, invisible fire, and then the Eldrazi awakened. But then nothing happens. Like the Eldrazi awakening is just sort of like the earth shakes, and they're like, oh,
Oh, that was weird.
that was weird. Are we done fighting? Yeah, I guess. All right. And then Jace leaves. He just walks away. He's like, huh.
I think Chandra just leaves as well.
Yeah, they all just leave. And Jace is like going back to town or whatever. And there's an entire page that has no words. And it's Jace observing an Eldrazi, I think a Pathraiser of Ulamog. The Pathraiser smashes the caravan from in front of Jace and calmly walks away. And that's it. He's not under...
Yep.
There's no threat there. There's no menace.
And
He
he's
just sort of watches.
And he, if I remember that comic right, he gets woken up by like a merfolk, and they have a chat, and he's like, "Wow, this Eldrazi thing's real." Later, guys.
Well, I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Awful. It just everything happens for no purpose. That spawned my whole Eldrazi branding, where I wanted to put like a Pepsi Cola in the hand of the Pathraiser of Ulamog that said like Eldrazi Cola on it.
Eldrazi.
It's like annihilate your thirst.
The Annihil Latte.
Are you capable of withstanding flavor of this magnitude?
My lord.
My point with that is that all of the webcomics and all of their literature and crap is way too concerned about pushing the Magic brand than it is on just being a story or being a book or being a comic. It has to be like painted all over with their logos and with their features. You can't just have a story about dudes. It has to be like a planeswalker wizard who casts his trademark spell that you can also play child when you play the game of
Look,
Magic.
you too can open up Chandra Ablaze.
Isn't that cool? Wouldn't you like to go ablaze?
Oh. Yeah, they. I think my favorite thing of recent sets is that most plots of recent sets just involve Nicol Bolas being behind everything for no reason. like Zendikar was the first. Zendikar was actually the second of these. The
What
first.
did his plans ever amount to?
So in Shards of Alara, he was behind everything in that he wanted to, like, converge the shards and steal the power of, like, antimatter and matter hitting and whatever that explosion is to make himself immortal because he was mad that Planeswalker Sparks got changed. Because he's not immortal anymore.
I mean, all right, that's a motivation.
But so he ends up failing in some manner. I'm
Foiled at the last instant by
like,
Fiat.
I think he gets foiled by Jace or something like that. I don't know. Like
See, that doesn't square because Nicol Bolas planeswalkers can simply go Zorch, Jace, gone.
He ends up like finding Tezzeret, turning Tezzeret into Ajani. Okay,
oh, right.
there's the Ajani. There's the Ajani Bolas deck. Anyway, but he ends up finding Tezzeret and like making Tezzeret his like minion or whatever because Tezzeret can't deal with the fact that his plane is full of lies or whatnot.
Oh, right. I grew up in this place, and there's so much more to the universe. Yes, my child.
Yeah.
Now become
And
my
then
agent.
He also finds Sarkhan, and Sarkhan's just willing to do whatever he says because Sarkhan loves dragons. And Nicol Bolas is the biggest dragon. And he's like,
Yeah.
whoa, dude, that's the biggest dragon. I'm listening to whatever he says. So I like that motivation.
Shit, dragons have never talked to me before.
I love that motivation. That's actually really funny.
That one basically makes sense.
Yeah, I mean...
And they didn't even need him to turn mad.
No, I mean, that, like...
Just sensible.
Sarkhan was always about dragons, and he loves dragons. But, so, Bolas's plan fails for reasons. We'll say reasons. Anyway, so he ends up doing the entire Zendikar thing, where he sends Sarkhan to do weird shenanigans.
Yeah, it's
and unleash the Eldrazi for reasons. Unknown reasons. He wants the Eldrazi opened for reasons.
I get that.
He also is somehow involved in Scars of Mirrodin. He sent Tezzeret to go check things out because he's interested in the Mirrodin plane.
Because he needs to have his diabolical fingers in every dirty pie going on in the entire multiverse.
I mean, he wasn't involved in the Ravnica plot, but Ravnica plot was pretty much Jace took center screen.
Mm.
So he'll probably enjoy Theros and just appear there for no reason. Anyway, the game is afoot. Return to Ravnica did have a plot, yes. It was dumb. It involved Jace a lot. Like,
oh, wasn't it other dragon? Niv Mizzet sending Jace on errands and then trapping everyone in a maze?
close to that, yeah, that's pretty much it.
Well, this one has a 3 and a 4.
I will keep this.
We can cast them. Yeah, why not?
I mean, that's a powerful 3. I'll take it. Also, leading with Ivy Lane Denzin is our first,
Is our first green creature?
Yeah.
Sure.
You would have to ask somebody else about more recent plot details like that. Like, I don't know them.
Honestly, it's hard to get the details out of it. Because if you care more about the cards, then the story doesn't make all that much sense, except out of like little bits of flavor text. And then I guess you could... Do they still publish novels for the
They
sets?
went from one every set to one a year, and then I think with Return to Rav, they just stopped and started doing the Secretist Part 1 thing.
Oh
That's their
Lord.
substitute. So our opponent is not here at the moment.
Ah, well, I guess we get to
The
get back to
Secretist.
talking about the secretist. I am the secretist.
Yeah, the entire
Nothing is
like
more secret than I.
the guildless thing just kind of went nowhere in the plot and was just Niv Mizzet riling up thing, or like not Niv Mizzet. That was like the Demir riling up things to move the plot along. Like literally, that was the reason. Like to move, like
Well, to be fair, they have the script.
oh, right.
See, they
Like the Demir were like Niv Mizzet's up to something. We need him to start doing whatever he's up to sooner. Like that's their reasoning. So they wanted to move the plot along. It's important. Oh, I completely forgot about Innistrad because it's completely on its own and it actually isn't touched by like Bolus appearing at the end and like laughing like whoa.
it was I inside the what's it's called?
X Death shows up or whatever and takes takes credit for everything.
Right. What was that thing that had Grizzlebrand and Avacyn in it?
The Hell Vault?
Hell Vault. Yes.
Yeah, the Hell Vault.
It's like they get to the bottom of the Hell Vault, and there is the smile of Nicole Bolas staring back at them. It was me all along. I am double Satan.
No Bitten, I don't think Garrick and Liliana even interacted on Innistrad.
They sort of interacted in card art.
Like, Liliana was, like, there, and Garrick was trying to chase her down. I don't know if they ever, like...
Yeah, I
met.
thought Liliana was from there, and the one that we see is supposed to be a younger Lily.
That's actually... Liliana of the Veil is after she's found some... Like, she made a pact with some demons to become immortal, and the demons are like, okay, after so long, we're taking your soul. And, she found this demonic veil thing that gives her super ultimate power, so she's going around killing all 4 of the demons that have claim on her soul. Grizzlebrand was one of them.
Oh,
So, in Innistrad, she shows up, busts open the Hell Vault with the help of Thalia, and, like, Grizzlebrand is like, oh, after 10,000 years, I'm free! And Liliana immediately just bumps him in the head, and he dies. He doesn't do anything.
that is such horseshit.
It's amazing.
He would have drawn so many cards
I know.
before that happened.
He just, like, shows up and gets blown up by Liliana going -2 or whatever. And then after Grizzlebrand was dead, Avacyn popped out of the Hell Vault and was just like, everything's great forever on this plane. And that's it. And everything was great.
Hope has returned to this land.
Do I want to play the Ivy Lane Denson on 3?
I think so. Get the bigger thing out first. We might be able to do like a 3 and a 2 afterward.
Fair.
Or we might get a green creature. And he doesn't have a creature that has 1 toughness that we want to kill. There's a
Right.
lot of reasons to hold the Ixpitter back.
You can't, yeah, I can't actually use this to hit him for a damage without him
Yeah.
hitting a creature.
Yeah, we can use it to hit him for a damage called attacking. That's that's how we would have to do it. Which I think we're going to get to do anyway. For our opponent with Carry.
At this rate. I'm actually scared of what kind of big creatures pop out of this stuff. Hey!
Oh, well. How about that?
I'm gonna pump the Ivy Lane Denson here.
That is what I was about to recommend. You win!
Ah!
Gruel!
Our opponent doesn't know what the hell to do about it. Okay. What happened there?
That felt too easy.
Is this a mind trick? Is this some sort of trap?
I don't know. My trap finding skills are not high enough.
I don't know.
No.
This is very perplexing.
A green 4-drop into another green 4-drop.
Ah! What possibly could I do about this? I don't know.
No, he's gonna go sideboard in all his walls.
Our opponent tried to make us think he was Gruul. I think he was faking.
Well, we have the test.
Alright.
You can't just put on the war paint, buddy. That ain't gonna do it.
No. Ooh, okay. Well, he's on the play, and this is what our hand looks like.
So we could possibly go battering Krasis into something else.
Like Ivy Lane, Denzin.
Oh, no, we couldn't. Eek.
Huh? Well, yeah, I know, we don't have the land.
Yeah.
That's why I'm mulling over this, because, like, we're on the draw, so this is keepable? Question mark?
What we really want it to look like is Signet into land or something.
Want to try it out?
Could happen. Yeah, let's keep it. What the heck? We'll overrun him with creatures. It has some of our green 4-drops, so he'll just
He'll just
concede that.
concede, so... I see specifically 2 green 4-drops in this hand.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't want to show us any of the deck. He also didn't mind just nugging a game for that.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's
Like,
the
okay,
mountain.
hidden information and all that, but oh well, it's starting to look a lot more reasonable. Sadly, the X-Spitter cannot evolve the Krasis.
No, which means the X-Spitter might be a better... Ooh.
Gasp! Man, if that had been Signet.
I know, right? So this is evolving. Right? Spike Jester. Oh man, I really want to get this X-Spitter down now.
Have a little bit of time for that.
I'm gonna go ahead and... Like, I'm gonna take some damage here, but I really want this down to deal with things like Spike Jester.
And he goes, stab wound!
Riot Spikes.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. I have much respect for Riot Spikes, frankly.
As do I. I mean, look at it here. It would be pretty powerful. Oh!
Oh, no!
Oh!
Right.
No!
Oh. Damn.
Okay, so I'm taking a hit and going down a lot. I think Pyrowild Shaman... Actually...
Well, he could possibly evolve the Krasis. What you're going to be able to do is...
Because I'm going to block and
ping.
ping the Spike Jester. Because I could play this Pyrowild Shaman to actually trade with this experiment one. Well, it wouldn't trade. It would make it back to a 1/1. Interesting.
Hmm.
I think that's still the best play. Because on 4, I really want, like, Sluiceway Scorpion down. Yeah, let's go with Pyrowild Shaman. It's the best thing to deal with this experiment 1 I've got. This guy is fast. I did not realize that.
Thrive!
Thrive.
That's actually a reprint.
Mm-hmm.
Right, way back in the day. Ding. Select target.
Whoa.
Huh.
He didn't need to let Experiment 1 die there.
Oh, take it.
Yeah.
Oh, that would evolve. would have evolved it back too. Huh.
Throw down the Krasis.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess. Kind of behind here.
Right. Well,
So
I
you need to
mean,
trade off worse things for whatever he's doing.
yeah. Like, I'm willing to make this trade.
Oh no!
Ooh. Ivy Lane Denzin here. Man, we're gonna need to draw a kill spell for that real quick.
Yeah, that's no joke. Because he could dredge back the shell if he just wants to pump it.
Yeah, which
Yeek.
3-turn clock.
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah,
didn't. Okay.
yeah. With that guy down, we really need to draw a kill spell. Oh, 4-turn clock then.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so. No, okay, no, it could still possibly be 3. Pretty easily too. That's. Huh. Street Breaker Worm?
Yeah, Street Breaker Worm, pump Ivy Lane Denzin, swing in for 3, pass, Burning Tree. Yeah, okay. He can't. He can't kill me with what I know right now. Because he's a land short of just picking up Shambling Shell and killing me.
Hmm.
We really want to see Putrefy.
Yeah. It's really got to be that. Like, Assassin Strike doesn't even do it. Maybe Riot Spikes could. Hmm.
Like something that kill. Okay, so he dredged it back. No, we're gaining info. Wow, this guy. Okay, so this guy's really fast. So I'm going to 1. I can get him back for 11. And that brings him to 5, and then I die. Sewer Shambler.
Yep, well, away it goes.
Well, that means.
Oh, just see how much we can learn.
Yep. Let's learn. I've learned he has duels for days.
Yikes.
That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, I guess we could possibly have gotten him for 12 there.
Yeah, like I could have hit him for more damage, but it's
Mhm.
not relevant to when I'm just dead to that.
Right. Although, amazingly, Gruul Scrapper would have won you the game. Maybe.
Oh, no, I would have been like a damage short, actually.
Yeah, we were.
Okay, so this guy's fast. Like, insanely fast. I might need to, like, rework the curve just for that.
So, something like Sire of Insanity out for Martyr Drusulka.
Or
Martyr. I keep saying Martyr Drusulka.
not
How about
Martyr.
Plague Drusulka?
or even, like, Grim Roustabout. I don't know. That just gives another creature to play earlier.
Hmm.
Like, Centaur Safeguard is really good here. Yeah, it might just be Sire of Insanity.
Yeah, because in all likelihood, we're going to be like pretty close on board, and you want Sire of Insanity to be the biggest guy on the block, and then
I'm gonna
surprise.
go with the Rusalka. Does that mean I want the rally?
Yeah, Goblin Rally could be pretty good.
What do we want? Not.
What else can go away? I mean, Streetbreaker Worm is too cheap to give up.
Yeah, that's too.
Same thing with Desecration Demon, like Assassin Strike. We still have Twin Lance in there. We're putting in more removal.
Sure, that doesn't. That also doesn't change our mana numbers. Ugh, man, cutting that feels so bad.
I know. Guessing he doesn't have any.
Yeah, I'm guessing this guy doesn't play defense very much. I'm cool with Gyre Sage just because it's like if I play this on 2 and curve in, like that's going to be the biggest man, like the biggest like creature. Could be Moth Dog or Gruul Scrapper.
Put in the Scrapper. He has his unblockable guy. So Moss Dog is like a repeat blocker. Whereas Scrapper can be that last hasty thing that we need.
Okay. Strange, but we'll roll with it. Yes, I'd like to play first. Yeah. I think I'll do with this.
Oh, here we go. Hey, it has 2 green 4-drops. Right there.
Oh, boom. Easy. Oh, don't curve. Oh, God, no.
Oh, come on.
Oh, God. Okay, so we're going to take 1 this turn, 5 the turn following. Because there's no way this dude doesn't go like... Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay.
Ugh.
Thanks, Signet.
Dang.
Whatever. I get to play Desecration Demon next turn as my, like... biggest creature. My God.
Oh no, Trophy Hunter. He's going to eventually shoot down the Desecration Demon.
Alright.
So, what's it
So! Here's a big kill spell, Wrecking Ball. Yep!
Aww.
This game is just out.
This guy is stacked.
Wow, okay. He seriously just handed off game 1 to make games 2 and 3 better for him. That's amazing. What, we got like Putrefy in?
Oh, Shell on the Pit Skulk to make him unblockable.
No, he don't. It's not even that. It's Shell on whatever I block.
Oh.
Because he pumps it to 3/3 and then lets it just eat my guy, and then I go down to... Jesus Christ. Okay, that... I got demolished as hell by that. Holy crap, that's a sealed pool? That was a sealed pool? Oof.
That was pretty bonkers.
Yeah.
Look at all this.
was quick.
Wrecking Ball.
Yeah. He just like... I seriously think he just literally threw game one.
He just wanted to be on the play.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oof. Okay, then. Well, that was... He tricked us. We thought he wasn't Gruul. He was definitely Gruul.
He frauded our gruelness.
Well, we didn't get frauded. We did.
Well, that's true.
Alright, we didn't get frauded. We got one in. Wouldn't want to get frauded. Our first deck was a fraud.
Definitely.
Oh my god, this is...
So, what happens next?
There's like one last round, I guess. Oh my god. Swiss? Who made this Swiss? I don't play in Swiss events because they take way too long. I didn't realize these were...
Lotus sauce.
Rollful.
Oh, that probably means he drew the Wrecking Ball.
Wouldn't... Yeah. Well, I'm at least, I'm happy you didn't, like, Trophy Hunter and Wrecking Ball it or something crazy like that.
Just get extra counters
Get
on
extra
his trophy.
counters. Trophy Hunter's really good.
Yeah.
That's a
Hey,
good
you could just gun down flyers, get bigger.
Yep. Yep, so here we are. Again, waiting on... Dance. That one's over. Oh, actually, round starts now. Good.
Whew. Okay.
Oof. Okay.
Good. Everyone is going quick.
That's good.
A little surprising in Ravnica, but yeah, okay.
Well, if everybody has pools like I
Like that guy.
R.I.P.
Man.
Dance. He's about to get crushed. By Lotus Juice. New card smell. Magnum Smoke.
New card smell.
Yeah. The new card smell.
He has the allure of the dancer on his side. He understands the power of the dance.
The dance. The dancer. The deadly tango. I'm not sure what the other names are. SMRWN. Summer Winter?
Without any vowels?
Without vowels and missing a second M.
Wait, maybe that's her name. Like, wouldn't that be awful?
Summer Winter?
Summer, winter.
Oh, man. That would be kind of tragic, yeah.
I've known people by that last name anyway, so that could be real.
I have to assume that Summer is like a sort of real name, too.
Yeah, like Scott Summers.
I was going to say Scott Summers, right? I know one Summers. Well, two if you count his brother that I don't remember his name.
Oh, the one who was just less of an asshole, and that was his defining characteristic.
Pretty much. All right. I was very confused there because when I hit yes, I only saw 4 cards, and yo, this is a good hand.
Keep.
We might not get to actually play that Corrosive Monitor on 4, but
We'll probably get to play Centaur Safeguard at least. Even like double Pyromatics.
yeah, that could be it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Gruel! When did this become a thing? When did everyone start playing Gruel?
I don't know.
Hey, we have the means to double evolve the Krasis. That's kind of
I
cool.
like that. Dryad Militant. I'm gonna go ahead and play out the Krasis. Oops.
Yep.
Right. Signets you gotta do in, like, order. Yeah, can this guy be faster? Is that something that he can do? I
It's
don't...
even faster than our last round opponent.
Oh my... Yeah, we're just dead on 4.
Yo, play another one toughness creature. Yes!
Yes! Oh, we're taking that one. That's a gift.
That opportunity is not happening again. So
I would like to replicate it once.
okay, play red. There we go.
Perfect. Exactly as we needed it to.
God, that task is so very easy in real life.
I know, you just go Pyromatics 2, your team. Gruul kart racing. I'm playing the Centaur Safeguard here.
Yeah, this is your last opportunity to evolve it with the safeguard.
Well, I actually have
If
two.
you really want.
I actually might not want to, because I could just play out like Corrosive Monitor, Balustrid Spy, and get the same evolve.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go Corrosive Monitor. Now I'm going to offer the trade. Because I like the last cards we have left after this, where he's on 2 or 3.
Oh yeah. Cackling Flames. That's
Cackling
primo.
Flames. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, but this way we get to like scavenge onto our Balustrade Spy.
Yo,
Hmm.
I'm running out the worm.
You walked with rhythm. Now see what you get.
That's got to be like a terrible problem to have. Like if you're walking down the street and
He's just there. He broke the street.
ah,
Oh wow, we can put both guys out.
yeah.
That's nuts.
Let's see what we see.
I will spy on you. Nope.
No, no spying today.
That is wise, I think.
So information.
Well, we did see some one toughness guys.
However, he didn't seem to be as early game as the other one.
Yeah.
Like he had early creatures, but even like Centaur's Herald is more of like a 3 or 4.
Hmm.
So it takes a while to get going. Yeah, I don't think there was enough to warrant real changes right now. Just roll with it, see what happens.
Well, we could try to guess whether or not he has defenders.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
That's hard to say.
I think
He
we
had
can
white. There are good defenders in white.
There are good defenders. Hell, even like Lobber Crew in red.
Yeah. Yeah, let's leave him in.
That new card smell. Oh yeah. Ooh, curve.
Sure. Let's do that.
Like we might pyromatics on one to kill off some sort of like early one drop.
I'd
Like
do
that.
that to a Dryad Militant. Yeah.
Yeah, like a Dryad Militant.
Like, oh, I see.
Yeah, like a Dryad Militant.
Mm. Like a Dryad Militant that's already hit us for 2.
Well,
I mean, it feels bad, sure, but you
as long as
gotta.
it's not a Scab Clan Mauler to follow it up with, we're fine. Here it comes, okay.
Whew. Okay.
Out, we're out, okay. Okay.
Replicated 0 time. Alright.
Exile.
Exile Zone. It sounds so butch.
Ooh. Scary. I like the turnkey.
Hmm.
Like, if we can trade off this safeguard for some creature here. Like,
Roll Scrapper. Oh, that'll be great. Good,
I don't
good,
know
good.
if I don't know if the trade will be made, but I'll offer it.
It probably won't be. But then we get to choose. I was about to say we'll choose what land to play, but anyway.
Oh. Because I figure Corrosta monitors the guy here.
Yeah, he is. I'm just saying you play it second main.
Right.
If people see that you didn't make a land drop, they're more inclined to.
Right, right.
Like, oh, he's behind. That kind of thing.
I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, ooh, Vitu-Ghazi.
Huh.
Maybe that's why people
That's
Ghost Quarter.
good. Ooh, his guy is secretly a 3/4. How about that?
Dang, okay. Did you know this combo is really strong?
Did you know that everyone uses Ivy Lane Denizen better than we do?
Yeah, right? Like everybody? Every single opponent?
Well, how about getting Sluiceway Scorpion down then? See him deal with that. Well, I mean, what he'll do is make a Saproling and pump the Saproling. Ugh.
Yeah, there's no out here. That's, we need Putrefy.
I mean, my guess is we'll get the Scorpion dead no matter how, and then scavenge onto the Trample guy and happier about things. That would be a reason to not take the trade.
So
The
just,
Ivy Lane Denizen trade.
yeah, just as a heads up from everybody, this card's really powerful, just as I thought you'd like to know.
Verdant Eidolon. Oh my god, he still has Vitu-Ghazi open.
Nope, he tapped it.
Oh.
I know, if he didn't...
Okay, well...
Oh, he's immediately sacking it. Hellhole Rats!
Goodness.
What do I want to discard to that? Like I could ditch the Gatecrasher and just pick it right back up, but I'd take 4.
Hmm.
Also, what the hell is Hellhole Rats doing in this deck? When did you get black mana? Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I might get smacked. He secretly has black. Ah, there we go. Okay. Oof.
Cool.
God.
Well, yeah, we're
That's
we're
not a
pulling the
question.
trigger on that. What's that?
Huh? No, you were saying don't pull the trigger on that?
No, I was saying it is time to pull the
Okay,
trigger.
I
on
was
that.
like, I disagree. We
There's-
should
there's
probably
not a-
pull the trigger immediately on this.
He's tapped out. There's not a trick that I know about that you don't. There's there's that guy needs to die.
And Corrodes the Monitor gets to swing.
Managed to eat all of his +1/+1 counters too.
Okay, so he has a Verdant Eidolon and 2 cards in hand. And a Vitugazi, just chilling.
Chaos!
Chaos!
Ah!
I can't block. Blood.
And kills us in 2 swings.
Blood.
So we basically need to draw Assassin Strike.
Yep.
Great. God, he even gets to make a chump blocker, so we can't
Yeah, so this
try for damage here. It just needs to be...
Chaos Imps, it needs to straight just be Assassin Strike. Only card.
Yeah, it can't even be the demon, because he could make a... Oh, well, he's making other things too, just a...
Oh, here's like a team.
Well then.
Well then. Alright. Chaos Imps. Okay,
Yeah, Vitugazi plus Ivy Lane Denizen A.
yeah, that's a combo.
I really don't think we have anything for that. No, like, illness in the ranks. And even at that, damage is done.
Nothing big to come in. I say
Yeah,
we just go for it.
no plummet variants. Yeah, let's just... We'll crush him.
We got this. Cool. We got the right signet. It's Gruul.
Excellent.
God, that just scared the crap out of me, that game. Yo,
No,
stop
stop
leading
it
with
with
that.
that.
Stop leading with that. That's terrifying.
It's so very annoying. You're a most annoying person. Man, that's rough.
Yeah. Like, I don't have another way of really answering that. Could do with not drawing another land all game.
Oh, you're kidding me. Disgusting.
Okay, I've been owned. Like, that is the freest of combat tricks, too.
Hmm. Born free, as free as the wind blows. Oh no,
Oh
more
god, that Ivy
spelling
Lane Denzin's
nonsense.
gonna be huge. Oh, he blew up my signet.
Ha!
You got it, boss. Getting in.
Scorpions! Oh,
Oh my god.
that is too charming for words. Well, I'm glad he didn't wait to pull the trigger.
Well, he's getting me down to 14, which is his key number.
Hmm.
Also,
Ugh.
yeesh. Damn it.
No! Stop having good things. Crap. Crap, and he could do that right away.
Yep. The worst part is I really want to use Twin Strike, but I know he just untaps and plays Chaos Imps.
Chaos Imps!
Ugh.
Yeah.
Um, it's still worth it.
Wait, do we even have Twin Strike up?
No, not right now. It would
Yeah.
be my upkeep.
He's probably going to be suspicious that we didn't scavenge at all.
All right, so I can Twin Strike now.
What does that do for us?
Kill the Ivy Lane Denzin, kill the Evangel.
Hmm.
We start setting up a super crawl warrior. It's about the best I've got.
Yeah, that. I mean, we really don't want him to get any bigger. Hey, hey, twins!
Yeah, double terminate. It's like okay, I suppose. God. You're like so far ahead. Double terminates like I guess it's okay. That's fine. And there's the sixth.
Buddy, it's your turn to be out of things. He's not out of things.
No, he's going to play the imp right here.
Stop it. Oh no!
Okay then.
Oh, I just smacked my gob.
Well then.
I mean, the thing is, he didn't. If we don't kill his guys, then he doesn't even have to play it out. So it's not like holding the removal spell would have helped.
I know.
God.
Oh, Chaos Imps is kind of is like the biggest dragon in the universe. Oh my god.
By the way, super trample and huge.
Huge. Also huge. Also huge.
Why do imps get to be so
Because
huge?
there's 7 of them.
Ah,
There's multiple imps. They've got you. Ah, alright. Well, I think that's it for tonight. It's like
yeah,
midnight.
that is exhausting.
That was a lot of magic. I didn't
It
actually
is-
expect those to be Swiss, so I thought this would be quicker. I think I'm gonna leave it at that on this format. This was a very kind of silly format to play.
Yeah. Wah!
I've been demolished by imps. That was worthwhile.
Yeah, I that's more or less meets with my expectations of this. There can be really bad pools and really, really good pools.
Yeah, oof. Like I still feel like that second round opponent, that Gruul player. Oh my lord! Like if he didn't win that event, I'd be stunned. I don't know how to check that, but
Mm.
anyway, thank you everybody in the zoo for joining. Thank you Kaz. Thank you Medibot for joining as well earlier.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and catch you all later. And good night.